Okay, I think we are live. Let's go to the comment section real quick. Hello, Sukija ji. Yes, there's so many people to thank about where we are today as a nation, as a world. And we are actually going to be focusing on the common man today and the common woman. So not just the living legends and the living heroes. Susan ji, hi, welcome, welcome. Sumi, hi, welcome. So here is a question that I want to share with you guys. The topic of the day is, what are your 3 top causes that you like to fight for? What is the thing that you feel so passionate about that you want to talk about it? What are your top 3 causes? There's so many causes that we all want to fight for: environment, politics, the general landscape of the country, the education, economy. There's so many things that we have to fight for. But what are your personal 3 top causes? Srinivas ji, how are you? Sarah, hi. So that's the question of the day. Thank you, Srinivas ji. So here are my 3 top causes. I'll mention one after the other. Definitely, Sumi, it is SSR justice is also one of my top priorities. So education is, I work in the education field, so I'm very, very passionate. And, a few of us who are working in this sector, in our capacity, we are doing our best to create an education revolution, because there's a lot of things that are not being actively taught in schools, the soft skills which are so needed. So that's what I work on. Education is one of my top passions, and that's where my activism lies in. Srinivas ji, I'm going to share the link in 10 minutes, sir. Yeah, 5 to 10 minutes. I just have a quick summary of what is going to unfold here, and you guys are welcome to talk. Nippon Nitro. Hit the like button. It's a little too premature to hit the like button but I appreciate. Thank you. Please see this for what it is worth and then decide. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to post the StreamYard link in just a second. So I just have a couple of things to talk about while we keep elaborating on the topic and keep continuing. So please post your top 3 causes that you like to see positive change come in the world. So Sukija ji was mentioning, we have to give a tribute to all our heroes, and not only the ones that are named and that are very, very popular around the world, but we are celebrating here every single person who is giving up their sleep, their part of their life, to actually fight for all these causes. So, even in their suffering, even in their personal upheavals, in spite of anything, a lot of our SSR warriors themselves are looking for jobs. They've lost their jobs because of COVID and everything. But they're still unrelenting in this cause. And even in their own personal suffering, they're losing family members. They're going through so much of personal trauma. Some of my students, in Delhi, Bangalore, and everything, they're just so affected, and it's just unfathomable. Both the parents and COVID, and it's just, I can't even put myself in their shoes. So it is just so traumatic to even, put myself in their shoes. I want to talk about living in your own personal truth as you fight for your causes. So that is going to be one of the topics of the day. And one of the things is, if we don't fight for what we believe in, what is the alternative? What is the alternative? Okay, we will believe that things might not change. What is the point? There's no use in doing whatever we want to do and everything. But what is the alternative? That's what I want you to think about. So if you have a voice, you raise it. But there are some pitfalls that you have to watch out for. We will be talking about that. Activism also comes at a very, very personal cost. So you have to understand that. And it is very activism these days online, especially, has become very, very cheap. We don't know if it is a bot or if it is a real person. No disrespect to anybody who is fighting, a real person who is fighting the cause, but you have to understand that keyboard activism, even though it is a very good low stake approach, it also has a lot of pitfalls into it, because everybody and anybody can be a participant, and it can get pretty mucky. So, but the thing is, we are going to get whatever we are ready to tolerate. So that is the most important thing that you have to understand, that if you are ready to tolerate it, that's what you get. So why is this whole justice movement going on for SSR right now? We are not ready to tolerate it anymore. We don't want another SSR, another thing like SSR to happen, right? So that is the reason why we are fighting so hard and desperately. So we don't think we deserved this, and we are going to fight to ensure that that is what uh, we believe in, right? There's one more thing I would like to also talk about. There is exponential growth and change happening around us. A lot of things unfolding in front of our eyes, a lot of news coming out. We have to use our discretionary power to understand what is real, what is manufactured, and our brains are not programmed to take in all that information and absorb. So you have to slow down to the pace of mother nature to just like program it, and I'll talk about a strategy related to that as well. But here is something that I want to talk about: activism. Activism where you are sitting in with a laptop and a microphone in a burning cremation ground, okay, where bodies are burning around you, is not activism. Okay. There is no dignity even for those people who have died because of what people like you are doing. So if you are listening, if you happen to come across my video by any chance, people who are indulged in this kind of activism have no heart. So please don't engage in this kind of activism, because preserving the death preserving the dignity of people when they are alive and when they are dead is the most basic humanity thing that we can do. Okay, so if you guys, if anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, there are all these journalists who are sitting on cremation grounds and reporting live to show the status of, all the deaths and all the destruction and everything that is happening. Uh, that is not the empowering way to do it. Okay, that actually dejects a lot of people and actually pushes people on the other end. Okay, it's not the fair thing to do for those of the people who have died and their family members. So please. Okay, so let's post the. So these are the ideas that we are going to go with, and I have a few anecdotes, and like we just keep talking about all these things as people come and give their views. Um, let's do this StreamYard. And how can I post? Okay, let's post this, and I will also check some comments right now as I post this. Okay, I'm posting the link. Okay, so passionate about, so one of the passions that Sumiji has is passionate about Sushant's justice. Satish ji, welcome. Gauri Das, hi, welcome from Facebook. SSR is very genuine and intelligent soul, 100%. Developing emotional quotient in kids, 100%, ma'am. Yes. Hi, Malishka, how are you? In short, use your brains. Okay, yes. Yeah, everything you see, just don't go with it. You just have to use your brain.
Hello,
Hello, Srinath ji, how
am
are
I
you?
am I audible?
Yes, yes, sir. You can you go a little away from the microphone? I think it's a little scratchy. Yeah.
Is it okay now?
Yes, yes, it's great. Thank you.
Okay, sister. First of all, namaskar,
Thank
Jai
you.
Hind, Jai Bharat.
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you.
It's away from the topic what you are speaking, but you look like my school teacher, my primary school teacher. You
Thank
remind me of my primary school teacher, sister.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I hope she was a nice lady. But, sir, what are your top three causes? What are your top three causes that you fight for? Like, are you passionate about something? What are you? What do you want to see change in?
Yeah, my three causes. First of all, I want to see a change in the people's mind. I
Yeah.
mean, what we are hoping and what we are thinking, there should be a change in that. Secondly, I would like to. I mean, I don't have words to say, but I would like to see India somewhere else. Hope you understand what I'm saying.
No, I don't understand. You have to be very specific, sir. Especially if we are all fighting for causes, you need to be very specific about what your final vision is. So I don't know. I don't
my
want
my
any.
my final vision is we
Yes.
should be forward, and we should be advanced, maybe more than US. I'm sorry. I'm taking names, I'm
That's
saying
okay.
names. We should be more advanced than others. That is the final aim of India, and we should do that.
Okay. So
We are not. Yep.
you want a change in people's mindset. Okay. So people's mindset. The first thing I'm just addressing the first one. So how do you
Hmm.
want people's mindset? How is it right now, and where do you want it to be?
Right now, we are only thinking about present thing. I want people to think about future. Everyone, everywhere, even my country, my company, they are thinking for the present thing. I want them to think for future.
Okay.
Present is not important. Future is important. Am I right, sister?
Okay. So I might disagree a little bit there. I will give
Hmm.
you my idea, my spin on both of your ideas, sir. I'll give you a spin, my spin.
Please
See,
don't say
it's
sir.
okay.
You can call me brother.
Okay, okay, brother. Here is what I am thinking. See, we
Yep.
can both agree to disagree. At least see that is the common ground that I want to establish here, because otherwise we
Mm-hmm.
are not going to go anywhere. I so
Mm,
for your first vision,
mm,
where you want
mm.
people's mindset to change, right?
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
Instead of thinking about the present, my take is, if I do everything right here, right now, in my present,
Mm,
my future is going
mm,
to be taken care of. So,
mm,
it, because without because without a vision, I can't get onto a
mm.
mission. So you know what I mean. So
Yep.
without a
Yeah. Yeah.
vision, I will not be able to
Mm,
get onto a like a mission that I have to get to that
mm,
mission. So usually when there is a gap, you know, the current state of being is not good. How do I get to
mm,
where I want to be? Is I plan for
mm.
the future, but I live in the present and I execute
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Totally agreed with you, sis. But my point is, let us make India, let us make ourselves more advanced. That is my point of view.
Okay. So second
Mm,
point, yeah.
yep.
Second point, right? So you want India to be more advanced. Sir, I can guarantee
Yep.
you, I can guarantee you, if
Mm,
you see you are settled out of India and you are doing your best in your wherever choice of work you are there, not sure what you are into, but
yep.
everybody in their own capacity is doing their best. Here, the problem is, if you see Nobel Prize winners in 2019, 2020, I
Mm,
haven't followed it so much, but 2019, if you see,
mm, mm,
everybody who has won
mm,
in America, all the Nobel Prize winners from America are all
mm, mm,
people who have immigrated. So they're all immigrants living in America who have won the Nobel Prize. Okay, so
But
my
still we have great Abdul Kalam ji, and
yes, yes,
we have great persons. India is not like backward, or I can say India is not like what people think about India.
exactly. No,
I
so
belong, sister. I belong to Odisha.
yeah,
Presently, I'm working in Muscat, Oman,
okay,
and I'm proud to say that whenever there is a problem, they say that Patnaik, call Patnaik, he will
they,
resolve it. I'm not saying that I'm great or I know everything, but I'm just sharing my suggestion or my opinion
no, no,
that
but wherever
yes.
people are, no, I'm just saying that, see, immigrants,
Hmm,
why they are not able to be successful in their own countries? So we have to
hmm,
think in that way. And also, if you see NASA, the
hmm,
space program of America, and if you see the landscape of the whole room, the
hmm,
majority of people are of Indian
hmm.
origin there. Okay, and Joe
Yes,
Biden has
yes.
also recently
What
acknowledged.
I have seen, what I have studied, every third engineer, every second software developer are Indians in UK and US. Without us, they are nothing. Sorry to
Yes,
say that.
exactly. No, exactly. So India, we just have to just raise that awareness within Indians that they can be unstoppable too. So because
Yes,
right now,
yes,
at least
yes.
because of Sushant Singh Rajput, we have this awareness that, oh, okay, so Bollywood is bullshit. So we have to now. How do we fill that gap of our entertainment? How about we educate ourselves? How about we
Yes,
empower ourselves?
yes,
Right.
yes,
So
yes.
we are getting there, sir. We are getting there. But I love your
Yeah.
vision and I appreciate your vision. I am on board with that completely. And thank you for sharing your views. I just want to go to
Thank
Sachin
you,
ji.
thank you,
Thank you,
thank
sir.
you. Sachin ji, namaskar. How are you, Sachin ji? Just I would like to
Jai Shri Ram
have
to
a chat with
everyone.
Sachin ji.
Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, yeah. Hello, my brother. How are
Sachin,
you?
I am fine, Sachin ji. How about you?
Yeah, I'm okay, brother. Actually, I lost my aunt yesterday. She was
Oh
almost like a
my,
second mother to me.
up,
Not because
up,
of
up,
COVID,
up.
but because she had a liver cirrhosis problem.
Hmm,
So
hmm,
I
hmm,
lost
hmm,
her.
hmm. Sorry to
Yeah.
hear that, sir.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's okay. I
Sachin
mean, it
ji.
is part and parcel of life. Even I lost my mother 1.5 years back. So it is really sad that
My
we had
God.
to. Yeah, and
Sachin
even
ji,
my
I'm
But
mother
sorry.
also
I
Sachin
had a
heard
ji,
big
this in
fan of
the.
Sachin
liver
ji,
cirrhosis.
Sachin ji, I am a
Yeah,
very
yeah,
big
please.
fan of you. I
Arey
hear
yaar,
to
fan. I am a
your
big fan of you. I am a even bigger fan of you, Srinivas ji. I am even a bigger fan of you. The way
Both
you
of you are
speak
my
and the
God.
way you call everyone brother and sister, the way you call everyone brother and sister, I'm really, really big fan of you. I'm saying this.
so both of you
To
are
be to
mad
be to
mad
be
for each other. Mad for each other is
to
mutual admiration. Mutual
okay,
admiration, right?
sister
Yes, yes.
and Sachin brother, let me tell you something. I'm the only child of my parents, and I always look for brothers and sisters.
Really good, sir. Sachin ji,
Excellent, excellent.
what are your top three causes, sir? I'm sure you have like 100 causes, but I want you to stick to three.
Okay,
I mean,
I will leave
causes
now,
for what?
sister.
Srinivas. Okay, Srinivas, yes.
Okay, thank you, sister. Come, ma'am. You
Thank you.
remind me, my ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sachin
Thank
ji.
you,
Bye
Srinivas.
bye.
Thank you. Thank you, thank
Jai
you,
Hind, Jai
Srinivas. Thank you.
Bharat.
Sachin
Jai
ji, I'm
Hind, Jai Hind,
sorry.
Jai
I
Hind.
heard about your aunt in Varun's show this morning. I'm really sorry about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
How is your family doing?
Yeah,
How
I
are
mean,
their
because
children?
I have
How are...
lost both. Yeah, I mean they because they were expecting it because she was hospitalized for the past 6 months. I mean she ascites fluid used to come into her abdomen and they used to take out that fluid every 15 days. I mean my mother also underwent
Mhm.
the same thing and I lost my mother also to liver cirrhosis. So I can understand my cousin brothers pain and everything. So yeah, I just wanted to know the topic of this issue because I don't know the topic.
Okay, sir. Sorry, I'm just going to put it up back up again. So, what are the top three causes that you want to see change in? Like, what are your top three causes that you're passionate about? I'm sure you have 100 causes, but I want you to
Current
stick to
in
three.
the current in current affairs, right? In current
Yeah,
affairs.
yeah, anything, sir. Climate, environment. I mean, education, politics, policy, anything you want. Like, just what do you want to see a change in? Where do you want to see change?
The first thing that I want to see is PM Modi getting re-elected again in 2024 with even a more thumping majority, like more
Okay,
than 400 seats. So that would be my first, what do you say, cause, or
okay.
that
You're
would be the
passionate
first.
about that cause. Okay, okay.
Yeah. Second cause, first cause. The second cause would be justice for Sushant Singh Rajput.
Yeah,
I personally believe that he deserves justice, and the more, either the quicker he gets justice, it is the better for the country. And for that to happen, uh, the real criminals like Baby Penguin and the criminal Khans and whoever has conspired against him, all should be behind the bars. If not, at least they should face life imprisonment, because we do not expect life hanging. I mean, hanging from our courts. So at least they deserve life imprisonment. So that would be my second cause.
yeah.
And the third one would be complete annihilation of Bollywood. Complete
That
means
will be my
complete.
dream. Not only my cause, my dream.
Yes, complete. Because I personally believe Bollywood and IPL is the biggest money laundering business
Yeah,
in this world.
yeah,
Because in IPL, most of the politicians and Pakistan, China money is poured into this. But Bollywood is completely, it's a worst nexus of politicians, Dawood, Pakistan, ISI, China, Turkey. I mean, it's the
yeah.
most dirtiest, sleaziest industry. I think each
So, what
and
are you?
every person, right from Mahan Alayak to the smallest of smallest actor who is right now working, are involved in this. They are working for the Nexus. I mean, if you are not part of the Nexus, you will be eliminated like Sushant Singh Rajput. That's
So,
the basic funda of this useless industry.
if we are fighting for such big causes, sir, how do you see that a common man like you and me can make a difference? What do we do?
I think Sushant was actually, Sushant is our, he should be like our role model. The problem, what happened with Sushant was he couldn't get in touch with the correct authorities. Like, he didn't have a backup plan. He had all the evidences with him. He was about to expose this worst scumbag industry. He was about to do it, but what happened was he didn't have a backup. Like, he didn't, tie up himself with anyone, any agencies in center, or maybe Ajit Doval.
What if those people? What if the people that he was relying on or trusting were
That's the thing.
probably?
He started to rely on his own people, and they backstabbed him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, he
Possible,
relied
possible.
on Siddharth Pitani, that cook, and agree, all those useless people. And I think what they have done is, I even suspect his family also, they didn't support him much. His family should have supported him much more. You know,
So I'll tell
because
you
even
something.
after
I'll tell
all
you
this
something.
hue and cry,
I'll tell you something, Sachinji.
Rachana ji, I'll
See,
tell you why.
sometimes I
I'll tell
don't.
you why. Yeah,
No, my 16-year-old
yeah,
is
please.
there. Sachinji, my 16-year-old is there. I'll tell you something about family supporting him or not. My point is, I don't know everything that my 16-year-old does. Okay, sometimes he hides things from me because he doesn't want me to feel bad, or he doesn't want me to get riled up or worry about something or something like that. But sometimes what happens is, truth be told, it will be too late before I find out, and then some bad thing has already happened. So we don't know. We That is the reason why I'm very very cautious about bringing you know uh, entangling the family into the whole
No, I'm
thing,
not
because
entangling the family. I'm not entangling the family here. In fact, I appreciate that his family is really fighting for the justice for Sushant.
yeah,
But the problem here is that when Sushant was really in trouble, like, is my voice audible?
yes,
Yeah, when Sushant was really in trouble, and when his father himself had filed a FIR saying that my son's life is in danger, what they should have done is they should have pulled him out of that, what do you say, that void or that whirlpool. They should have pulled him out of the whirlpool then and there itself, and they should have actually
The
brought him back to.
hindsight is
Yeah.
always 2020 na. So horrific thing. So why will we, okay, so we always live in caution, we always fear the worst, and we always try to prepare for all that. And in his capacity, he must be getting assurances from everybody saying that theek hai, abhi you have filed this FIR, authorities will take care of it. Let's see if things get out of control, then we will see, if he let's keep in touch with him and see how things are going. Like, I'm sure at that point, that momentum that they were generating, they thought that was enough. But look, as we were discussing early in the morning today with Varun on Varun's show, things might have escalated so quickly that the bad guys must have taken all these steps which nobody would have foreseen. So who will imagine that a person will be killed to protect their secrets? Like, it is the worst case scenario, right? So we don't know. See, at the end of the day, here my point of bringing this whole thing is, what are your top three causes? Is because, okay, hindsight is 2020. We would have done everything differently. We wouldn't even had this tragedy happen to our dear Sushant. But now my eyes are wide awake. Like, they cannot close now as long as I am alive. And as you said, your third cause, decimation of Bollywood, I am totally working on it, and I am on it every single day in my own capacity, right? So I am asking you, what is your action coming out of this for your three causes? So there are always there are always ifs and buts and everything, what could have been done, but now where can I move forward? Like, how can I move forward? That is the point
No,
that
madam,
we.
first I'll complete my statement regarding SSR's family or sisters,
Okay.
because I don't want others
Yeah.
or people in the audience to get a wrong impression.
Yeah.
Because what I was trying to say was, see, if let us suppose Sushant was not extroverted person, he was an introverted person. So whatever information he had, he was only sharing with his close circle or maybe with his family. So he.
Oh. I think he got disconnected, but guys, I hope. Okay, so let's see. Okay, glad he's back. Okay, yes, sir.
Yeah, actually, what happened was I lost the wireless earphone.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So what I believe is, so since Sushant was not vocal like Kangana and Vivek Oberoi, so that is why he got eliminated. Because if you see, both Kangana and Vivek, they expose the dark secrets of Bollywood. Not up to this extent, but whatever extent they exposed.
Yeah.
But they never got targeted. At least live threats they did not get. What maximum the mafia could do was damage their career. So why I blame his family is because when the family had so much information, instead of filing an FIR, because Sushant is not coming out, the family should have directly done a press conference. You see, the family should have directly come in the media and they should have exposed everything. You know what happened? If that would have been possible, if they would have done that, then Sushant would not have been killed. Because people would have come to know that such kind of things are happening. At least either Sushant or his family should have come out in the open and exposed everything. Since Sushant was not as vocal as he was, his family should have done it, because his family had already filed an FIR saying that my son's life is in under danger. So when you do that, what you should do is, because you have to fight the nexus, so you have to take people along with you. So to do that, you have to do a press conference, which I personally feel his family failed to do.
Okay,
Everything
I don't know. I don't know from their side if they knew the extent of what Sushant knew. Like, maybe they did not have the full information that he had and everything. But see, anyway, this topic is about Sushant. We can do an exclusive on Sushant, but I want it. So I got your point, and I am just like skeptical here that maybe their family did not have that full discussion of like the whole thing, what was happening and everything. So maybe they did not. Just let's give them a benefit of doubt. That's what I'm saying. But I agree with you, sir, and you are one of the most passionate SSR warriors. So I salute you, and I agree that it's one of your top causes. It's no surprise, and I am with you 100% on the boycott Bollywood. No doubt about it. And
No,
you
but
know,
I'm actually
I'm
not
still
that
seeing
passionate
videos of
about that.
Kareena Kapoor celebrating her child's birthday. So like, how can they get 12 million views in like 2 hours? Like, is this even normal? Like, who is watching?
I mean,
It's just
that's
amazing.
slave mentality. That's slave mentality, nothing else. I mean,
Yeah,
these slaves,
yes.
whoever, even after knowing all these things, if these people are still watching them, I mean, they are literally slaves. I mean, you
No,
cannot
there
do
is a
anything.
dearth in. See, a lot of my friends, also very close friends, they're like, "We are sorry, we are just going to continue watching Bollywood until there is something good coming out." And I'm like, "Don't be sorry to me. Try to find some other alternative things or
Yeah,
do
I
your
mean,
own
come
thing."
on,
Like,
man. There are
it's
so many alternatives available. I mean, look at this. Just enter YouTube, and you'll forget which is what is Bollywood.
that is true. No, no, no. People are moving. People are moving. But there are some friends who keep teasing me. But I'm just saying, see, there's so many of us on this cause. It is going to happen. We are just going to flip the script. We are flipping the script slowly. वो page जो पलट मार रहा है ना, it's just taking a little slow. That's it. Don't worry. It's going to come. I'm just
And
going to take some.
I would like to say one thing. The
Yeah,
SSR audience who especially, are tweeting and on social media, they're
yeah,
continuously commenting. I think they are the most passionate people.
yeah,
We are coming on live and whatever we want to say, we are saying.
yeah,
But, these people who are, coming and commenting and, tweeting continuously, I think these people are the most passionate SSR people because
yeah.
they are almost doing it 24/7. And I know many of them are students and youngsters, but whatever they are doing, it's really incredible.
Array, I
And
know
actually,
a
they are the ones who are
60-year-old.
keeping the moment
I
alive.
know a 60-year-old. One of my very good friends, SSR warrior. She did 20,000 tweets on
I mean, that's
SSR till
incredible.
date.
That's
So
incredible.
it's she okay. So some days I'm so down and low and everything, and I'm like I don't want to do anything. And then I see her tweets, and I'm like, is she like even like is there a stop to this? Like can she be stopped? So it's amazing. She is. So there are people like that,
Imagine,
and I agree.
imagine the same 60-year-old who was watching all these useless movies, Bollywood movies, and
Exactly.
is right now, spending time in asking for justice for SSR.
If you
So
can
the kind of,
reprogram, if she can reprogram herself,
yeah,
can you imagine like what we can do with our youth? That is amazing. Yes, yes,
yeah, yeah,
agree,
yeah,
agree.
that's true.
I'm just going to go to the comments, Sachinji, and just we can keep chatting. But 1 second, I'm
Yeah,
just going to check. के बात कर रहे हैं तो हिंदी में बोलो. Rana ji, if I start speaking in Hindi, you will immediately switch off and go. But uh, Archana is here to fight for me. Okay. Don't worry, Archana. So I can talk in Telugu, but Rana ji might not understand. Who knows? Okay, so हिंदी सबको समझ में आती है. That is not true, sir. But राणा जी, sorry, मेरी हिंदी इतनी अच्छी नहीं है, तो मैं try करूंगी. I appreciate that. So my third would be anti-national elements, acid attackers and rapists getting punishment like sulfuric acid poured on private parts, and let human rights call foul, don't care. Okay. So, sir, okay. So we are going to also talk about this a little bit, Sachin Dubeji. So basically the idea is uh, acid attackers. See, I'm not being a sympathizer or anybody, but I'm just telling you that people who commit extreme violence against other people are psychological warfare. So women execute psychological warfare. Men are more physically violent. Usually, that is the nature of things. Okay. So men usually are the acid attackers. Okay. There is an underlying problem about their own life that they take out on other people and make the other people victim. But how about we address the root cause, educate our young people that if a woman says no, no, I don't want to hang out with you, I don't want to be your girlfriend, or I don't want to marry you or anything, no means no. So how about we educate them? That can be part of our activism. I completely appreciate your sentiment that sulfuric acid should be poured on their private parts. I can that um, It is, I understand the sentiment behind the statement, sir, but I'm just asking you to channel uh, that rage. Let's convert that rage into a positive action by educating those around us to fight for, do the right thing, do the right thing. So that's the only place where I would like to just address your comment. Anti-national elements have to be addressed, that is true. 3 causes of Ashish ji are corruption, law enforcement, and judiciary system. Yes, just how can we fight and keep up our activism as far as this is concerned? What we can do is we can always hold them accountable. Okay, we can always ask them what we can do about it. Like, what can we to preserve the dignity of the nation and of the judiciary and of law, law enforcement? What can we do? So that is these are the things that we can, how activism looks like in action. Okay. Okay. English sabko nahi aati hai. That is true, sir, and Hindi mujhe nahi aati hai. What should we do? I have requested people to come and translate, and anybody is welcome to do that. Saying is easier, action in such circumstances is difficult. Okay. So money and political power is with them. Okay, that is against outsourcing our sovereignty. We'll talk about that. Okay.
Can I say something, Rachana
Yes,
ji?
sir.
Regarding
Yes, sir.
money and political power is with them.
Yeah.
I mean, Kangana, she has
Yeah.
backup of BJP. Vivek Oberoi also had backup of BJP. Has anything happened to them? I mean, I'm saying it again. If Sushant, the problem with Sushant is he went alone in this, and he got trapped. He was like Abhimanyu. He got trapped in the Chakravyuh of Kauravas. He went alone in this. He knew how to enter into this, but he didn't know how to exit. And वहीं पे problem हो गया सब.
No, and I agree with you partly a little bit on this, because obviously the evil trumped the truth, right? Like so obviously there was a problem in the strategic execution of whatever he wanted to do. Unfortunately, he got caught in that, and people were ruthless, and they just wanted to eliminate the problem. Okay, so I'm flashing this comment here from Hemaji. I don't even call this movie Radhe, Hemaji. I think Gadhe.
Madam, I'll
And
say about this
what is the
Radhe
other
movie.
one?
This
Yes.
Gadhe movie is there, na? That is releasing tomorrow, I believe. Even donkeys are refusing to watch this. I saw one donkey actually lifting its leg and sitting on that particular photo of this guy.
That is so awesome, sir. I would love to see that and keep it in my Twitter
Yeah.
bookmarks.
Actually, this criminal Khan was opening his mouth and the donkey exactly shut in his mouth. No, forget about that. The thing is, इसका जो मूवी रिलीज होने वाला है ना कल, तो थिएटर्स में ये रिलीज करने का प्लान कर रहा था. So everywhere there is COVID, right? Everywhere there is lockdown. So the only chance that he had was release it in Hyderabad, where the maximum Muslim population is there.
Okay.
So his plan was that at least release Gadhe in Hyderabad on the eve of Eid.
Yeah.
And immediately on the same day, Telangana government imposed a 10-day lockdown.
Thank goodness. Otherwise, what would be the health of all the people, all his fans who would rush to the theaters? Oh my God. I'm just like thankful that the government actually at least...
I mean, I can't even say anything about his users' fans, because it's almost like putting your hand in gutter, if I have to say about them. Because they are only gutter.
No. I used to... I saw
his fans are gutter. His fans are gutter, nothing else.
I was a fan.
You were a fan. Okay. So you came out of it. Okay.
So Ria is moving to Hyderabad, but Sadhbhai should be boycotting. Okay, so I know a lot of Telugu actors also who are trying to do Bollywood movies, and it's just crazy. We have to do a lot of things. Okay, Abhay Kumar Bhatt, Radhe Radhe Ji, Jai Shri Ram. Okay, so both of them, Gaurav Gupta, and they are both. Okay, Gaurav Gupta ji, what are your three causes? आप शांत क्यों हो? Boycott Bollywood. Okay. Yes, Sukija ji, Sachin Dubey ji, yes, Disha Salian, and SR justice required. Yes, both of them go hand in hand. We cannot skip one to get justice to the other, and vice versa. Absolutely. We don't want crime, nepotism, drugs. Yes, absolutely. And drugs that are destroying. One of the ladies in Mumbai, she was talking on one of the shows, and she was saying how all these like candy wrappers, you were able to see all these drugs being used and just thrown away all the wrappers and everything. It's just so heartbreaking, and how they're pumping drugs into the whole community. It's just unbelievable. Nita ji, good morning. How are you? So is not the solution. Okay, so okay, let me put the StreamYard link. I think if anybody wants to join, I'm not sure, but I will just do one thing. Okay, so I see, yes, men seem to be more accelerated, but women also commit acts attack on men. Both eyes open, we cannot afford to be squint-eyed. Okay, so I apologize, Gauraji. I'm not really sure. Majority of what I have seen, I've only seen men as acid attackers. There is a possibility, of course, women have anger issues as well. There is no doubt about it. So, hello, Freeze, how are you? Just checking some messages. Sir, how are you still awake after 10 hours of marathon? Oh my God.
Am I audible?
Yes.
I love myself when I wake up. I'm in my voice.
Okay.
Is the Srinivas here?
Srinivas, I'm not sure if he's still watching, but hopefully.
Okay, Srinivas, don't feel bad or something that I'm going to mimic you, but Srinivas, bro, I love you, bro. And I'm very upset with you, bro. I thought you're my biggest fan, bro.
I know. He just switched parties. He came and he was expressing his solidarity towards Sachin ji. Yeah.
Anyway, sweet guy, nice guy. Hi to you, hi to Sachin.
Thank you.
Hi,
since you asked, hi, Baba. And सुना में आया है क्या हैदराबाद आ रहे हैं मियाँ? हैदराबाद आ रही है तो पकड़ के 2-3 चमाट देना मेरे तरफ से भी. वरना नहीं.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And
three things.
Please, I want to tell you who is exactly behind Riha's entry into Hyderabad. Can you guess?
Huh?
Can you guess who is actually behind Riha's entry in Hyderabad?
Taklu Buddha?
No.
Who is it?
Lakshmi kya?
Rakul Preet Singh.
Oh my God.
Wait, तो रकुल के ऊपर लक्ष्मी है वो ऐसा the whole ladder is that.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Lakshmi Manchu? Are you talking about Lakshmi? Oh. Their nexus is deep. Their Nepo nexus is super deep.
And we are very good friends in the 90s. Her ex-husband, his name is Srinivas. Yeah, Srinivas Kodipala. Very sweet guy, very nice guy. Right now he's with the, he works in the IT section for the Telangana government. He's with the KCR, the son of KCR. And she, when they got married and they had to, she's Mohan Babu's daughter, no? So they had to go out and they eloped and they got married, blah, blah, blah. So I was around with them that time.
Oh, wow, okay.
And I don't know, she's come back. It's only in the recent times when I heard all this, like, kya ho gaya, what's up with her? So anyway, the three things that you were saying, the three stuff that I want right now. First is I want this COVID to get rid of. We have to get rid of this COVID. Only then we can move forward and get something done. Second is, of course, justice for Sushant, Disha, the Gias, Karan, the guy who I've been fighting for. And the third thing that I want is world peace, because anything can ignite and, shift to anything, escalate to anything bigger. So right now what we're watching in with the Israel-Palestine, I hope it's just minimum, like how always they do. So I hope just a border scene. and doesn't escalate into greater, because then everybody will have to get inside. We don't require right now, because I've really traveled. I've met people from across both sides, both borders, and there are nice people. There's good, bad, ugly everywhere. The percentage would be less and more, but there is all kind of people everywhere. And I just saw you on, so I thought I'll come and do some time pass and I'll go.
Time pass matlab, I remember that comedian who says, I'll pull him up just a second, but please, I just want to do, because my job warrants me to do so, I have to do a little bit of Karan Bajaj. Who is that guy? Okay, Karan.
I don't have a job.
Comedy. 1 second. He talks. Kanan Gill. Kanan Gill ka how Indians do time pass. Search it up, and whenever anybody says time pass, I probably watched it 40 times, but I always think of that. So how do Indians do time pass?
Indians can do time pass in multiple ways.
Kanan Gill ka wo stand-up comedy hai. But sir, because my job requires me to address anything if anybody says. So one of the sentences that you said, I agree with all your causes. I want this COVID to go away, and only then we can move forward, right? I completely understand your sentiment, but I'll tell you something. I'll tell you a famous quote. I'm telling you this because I know that you have the discretionary power to understand where I'm coming from. Okay. I understand that sentiment that you want something very bad that is happening to everybody across the board to go away. Yes.
You know what?
But what 100% I want. But in spite of that, I'll tell you just your own story, right? Hema ji, you, Varun, everybody who is going through personal setbacks and personal upheavals and job loss, financial situations, and all kinds of things. Just your live example from this morning. In spite of, the word I want you to think of is, in spite of COVID being a current reality, what were you doing gathering momentum to bring a case, awareness in the public eye from here to here? You were dragging that momentum in spite of you feeling static in your current reality, right? Like, I just want to get rid of all that. So I'm just saying this is like cognitive reframing, right? Just imagining your own circumstances differently, that in spite of this, we will prevail. Carnegie, what did Andrew Carnegie say? The best thing that can happen to a child is being born in poverty. The sentiment behind that is, if you have the toughest situation, you will just double down on your efforts to come out of that alive. So, right. So we will prevail, and I agree with you. The cause is definitely COVID and awareness to COVID, and of course trying to understand what the lessons are from this. But I just want you to, because I just want you to come. I want to comfort you with also the words that I know are comforting me, that in spite of this, I will prevail. So, okay. So I just wanted to tell you that. Just
there's
watch.
No doubt about it. In the sense, what I think we all did come across the awareness, the love for Mother Earth, especially last year when everything was shut, and people all across my school friends. I was totally disconnected with so many of my school friends, in spite having all the social media, and then I got introduced to Zoom and all these. All these platforms, and now we're having on a regular basis our school meets and stuff like that. So how everybody across the world came across, realized that, hey, we have a family, hey, we have Mother Earth, hey, we have to give time to ourselves. And then they realize, oh, I completely gave up my painting, oh, I completely gave up my dance, oh, I completely gave up my hobbies. And how people again started getting into that. And as there's a very famous line of we generally have a very short memory and we forget, and then a lot of a percentage of the majority get back doing the same goddamn thing. So I hope people realize and then again get back to being human, basically, not voila, but actually just being very simple. I love simplicity.
Gadhe wala, yeah, human nahi, I know. I
Yeah, yeah,
am, so I can talk for 8 hours non-stop. Matlab, how he ruined my life. Yeah, okay, so 20 to 30 to 30 to 40. Matlab, kitna time barbad kar diya life mein. I'm like, oh my God, I would have been somewhere else doing something else. Like, instead of like getting stuck in this whole crap. Oh my God. Sabotaging the whole productivity and everything. But,
No,
oof,
I've realized, but trust, for me, this awakening happened
yeah,
long time ago,
that is awesome.
because
No, it is
so
probably
if
your
I'm
personal experience also, right? Like what you have gone through, and reality probably has struck you earlier because you were very close to the periphery.
the word you use right now is reality, and I'm a realist. I have to see it to believe it. So
Yeah,
if a guy on the screen is beating up 15 guys, I
yeah,
don't believe it. Do it and show it to me in reality. I'm not going to believe it, boss. You know. And the awakening for me, even from a comparison point of view,
yeah,
I don't know how many of you all remember the movie Commando of
yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. So his entry part is where he's holding a complete tree and he's walking. That's a big muscle guy. And
Okay.
the movie Terminator, if you guys remember. Okay, again his movie.
Ah.
And I was so like, it blew my brains off completely. And
Then you won't even survive Telugu mein Mahesh Babu's knockout punches, anti-gravity. What is this? Reddit made it's very popular. Chiranjeevi ka wo horse going underneath the truck and still surviving.
there's
This horse
there's a
doesn't have
fight
his.
there's a fight sequence of Rajnikant where he's fighting with so many 20
Uh,
people, and the bet in that fight is that he will not touch his feet on the ground. So he's jumping from bottles to everything, and that's the bet, and he beats everybody. You know. So for me, the moment the Terminator, the Arnolds, and all this movie came up, for me, Bollywood's like, what rubbish going around
yeah,
the tree, and with those stupid 10 songs. Earlier there used to be 12 songs, 10 songs, 15 songs, and I was like, what is this going
I
on?
know.
So for me, I was out of Bollywood long ago.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then the other sad part is they've been
The
copying
moment
for
of
the long.
awakening, see, the moment of awakening comes to us at different points of time. Like, so this collective awakening that we have experienced with Sushant Singh is like unprecedented, right? But for you, your individual awakening came a little, ahead of the whole thing, because you were like able to perceive the difference between, especially with Bollywood and reality. Like, yeah, ground reality aisa hai to, like, what is happening, right? Like, you are able to see that. But for us, we are so separated out from the whole thing that it takes a while to like see what. But and it is happening, and we are in that reckoning moment, and we just should
Yeah.
just, yeah, we cannot
Even
stop.
the thing that is troubling me is I know little bit about it, but
Yeah,
I'm not trying to understand is the endorsement module of these people. Sachin, you're listening, no?
Yeah,
I think he
actually, I
was.
was having my dinner. You can continue.
Oh,
Okay.
what's cooked? What's cooked? Okay,
Ah, I cooked myself.
okay.
Rasam and rice. Rasam and rice.
Even even I cook.
Rasam
Even
and
I cook.
rice. Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
So the
um,
endorsement module of these people, and I'm so shocked that uh, uh, the moment this movement started, and especially the first person who was at the target from us from Bollywood was Chipika. Okay, because she's the
yeah.
one who went on with repeat after me, depression, repeat after me, depression,
I
and she
watched
did
her
that
45
really.
minutes. I watched her 45 minutes video, and I made thorough notes when she was interviewing those depression doctors, or who are those gentlemen were. I was like, yeah, she's doing an amazing thing. I was sharing that video across the board, and I was like, second day or third day this happened. I was like, wow, like, how are all these people like creating that timeline? It was just unbelievable.
It was given to them. It was told to them
Yeah,
from
yeah,
the Butts to the Casey Chavdas to the Walker, Sarah Walker, or whatever
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
so-called psychiatrist, to from Chipika, and immediately what I see is she's the global brand ambassador of Levi's,
yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah,
how's that possible? So
yeah,
I find out the MD of Levi's here in India. I
yeah.
find him on Twitter. I tag him, and da 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 da. Da. I even tagged a lot of other people. Let's hit. But then it's so funny that I see, because their movies have stopped. If you notice very
Yeah,
carefully, then their number of endorsements have increased.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, or maybe it's coming in
3,000.
front of eyes because we are watching them more now, you know.
See, 3,000 rupee ka mask. I was asking my children in India. I have a lot of students in India. And I was like, यार mask कितने में आता है मतलब इंडिया में? And they're like 25 rupees में अच्छा सा mask आता है ma'am. It's like very good. I was like, 3,000 rupees का mask मतलब what are you trying to like यहाँ पे 3,000 people don't even make in a day, like 95% of us. And यहाँ पे you're like getting out of your car and like flashing all these things. Like who are you a role model for? Like what are you doing, right? We have so many things to debunk and like just crash. It's just but we are here. I just want to address this. I just want to address Sachin G's before I'll quickly check the comments. Hey, you're welcome to hang out here. So Sachin G says yes, children treatment on morals, mannerisms towards women, LGBTQ community. Teach basic military training and CPR certification with license. Sachin G, I agree. Here, at least basic self-defense, right, for women and men to take care of themselves, especially young boys and young girls to take care of their personal well-being and just physical safety and everything. Definitely. So these are all the things that what are not being actively taught in schools have to be taught, and that is one of the missions that I am on personally. But LGBTQ community. So I was going to talk about the truth. Like if you live in your personal truth, you can be a very great activist, because if you are living your reality, if you are living your truth, you have that natural confidence that yes, I'm doing the right thing. Sometimes when you're not aligned to your values, and if you're doing some cheating or like stealing and everything, you automatically like retreat a little bit and you don't have that self-confidence, right? So when you said LGBTQ, I thought of this Amit Patel, who is on YouTube. You can see he wears these 6-inch stiletto heels and he dances. Okay, it is just he is not doing it for activism or advocacy or anything. He's just real. It is his reality. He runs a dance school and he runs a contemporary Indian music dance school in California. And he's wears 6-inch stilettos, and he's LGBTQ person, and he says that it is not that I'm showing off my queerness or anything. It's just me, and if you want to be in my space, you are welcome. Otherwise, it's up to you if you don't acknowledge or appreciate. It's just so there is something breathtakingly refreshing if you see people who are living in their truth. So that's where we are leading up to. So how can you make a great activist if you know your own personal framework of like your character, your values, your personal truth? Then you can become a great contributing citizen for society. So I agree with you, sir. Great causes. Sachin ji, Ashish ji. Yes, please, you can speak, please.
Since the gentleman before, he mentioned about education, and this is something seriously, RNS, I wanted to. I don't know if I've taken this, brought this up in front of you. I really want to have one day on an extended session with you on education, especially in India, because it's my personal observation that education, like, please do not take me wrong, I'm not discouraging people not to study and all, but it's my personal observation, and what has happened with me, that all the stuff that I studied, okay, whatever grades, whatever level, I feel okay, let's keep it 50-50. 50% to kaam mein nahi aaya kabhi life mein. It never came handy for me. And then on the other side, I'll take few names. David Beckham, you know about David Beckham?
Yeah.
Footballer, okay, the soccer player. And likewise, even you're in America right now. So you have these so many young basketball players. So you have scholarship for sports, right? And they've been paid fantastically well. Okay? So I think just like sports, painting, dance, I think it's high time people should change a little bit. Like you have school for football, school for painting, school of music. Okay? How dare I forget music? So I think the whole, because otherwise in India, okay, if you take just cricket, how young when Tendulkar came, that was a different time again. It was a crazy time, and that's a different of how and why he came, because the Tendulkar. And in Maharashtra, all the Kurds. That's why you say Tendulkar, Prabhakar, Manjrekar, all the kar. So it's a preference given to that sector of Maharashtrians over there. I think it's high time the education system recognizes the natural born talent in a child. Okay? And for that, they have a proper set of education system. The basic education, which is basic maths, basic geography, understanding of physics and biology, can be given to them. But at the same time, they really excel in their natural born talent. So by the time they reach a very young age, like right now in any field, 20 is the peak right now. Trust me, it will be football, cricket. You have such young guys coming in the IPL also. So by the time they reach there, they have really mastered and they've sharpened their talent. So I think we'll, on an extended basis someday, if you could bring this topic up, I would love to, because I have a whole lot of points chopped down on that one. What do you feel about that?
I completely agree, sir, and that is one of the passions that I also personally share.
Okay, please, what services?
Okay, please. Education revolution. See, on
Education
Clubhouse.
revolution.
So thank you. So Clubhouse, mein, there are a lot of people who are Clubhouse app recently, which is like the voice or in the living room kind of a thing. So what you can do is you can enter into rooms and just keep chatting. And you can even raise your hand to be a participant in that. It's like YouTube.
Clubhouse, it's an app. I didn't even know about it.
It's awesome. It's like invite only. I don't know if they have opened up right now. I can send you an invite if you want. But it is a time sucker. If you are not aware of, like early on, it's like very engaging and enticing. So just make sure that
my present job is justice for Sushant. Otherwise, I'm jobless.
So basically, Clubhouse app, they're talking a lot of passionate people who are extremely interested in education evolution, and I have a few contacts there, which I'm like, we want to do something and all kinds of things. There are things that are happening actively, vocational training, as you were saying that, early on, like see where the child is going. Like Montessori mein kya hota hai? Montessori education also, Maria Montessori original thought was everybody. So that is the reason why classroom mein 3-year-old is there, 8-year-old is there, because they're all taking care of their food, heating it up, they are arranging their desk, they're doing their own artwork and their science work and everything. So everybody is self-reliance. So self-reliance model pe chalta hai. Kya ho gaya right now? It is so commercialized and commoditized right now, education. And SAT prep for my child, some of his friends have signed up courses for 30 hours of tutoring. They take up to 3,500. Kya hai? Basic math, 12th grade math and science padhate hain bas. Competitive exams ke liye prepare karne ke liye. So it is a ruthless business. Okay.
Yeah.
If you see in 2 years ago, when there was a scandal of Ivy League college applications here in America, where they were being paid, people who have never had, what is it called, some kind of sports accomplishments or anything, they have never entered into the swimming pool, they had swimming scholarships. Okay, so they were all bribed, and their resumes were all beefed up, and they were millions and millions of dollars of scandal, right? So they're projecting that college is going to lose its relevance very soon. That is what they're projecting. So you are sensing what is happening in the society. You're picking up on it rightly, because they're saying that college is going to lose its relevance very soon. So how do we keep
that degree is going to lose its relevance? Yeah.
Exactly. So I don't care where you study, honestly, right? Like you don't know where, but we both are able to have a conversation and try to even understand each other, right? So that is what. So I teach life skills. That is my job. That's what my business is about. And the idea is, what is life skills? So we were talking about obstacles, overcoming obstacles. So how children right now, there are some children who go to college dorm rooms and they're like, Mummy, I didn't know I had to wash dishes on my own. Matlab, what were you doing 18 years in the house? You didn't watch your mama clean dishes? Like what? That is how cocooned we have made our children.
I know. I was going to come to that. Example is my niece. One of my nieces is an example. Yeah.
No, but that parents, well-meaning parents, are doing that to their own children. This has become a joke for youngsters. 13-year-olds are just eighth graders are coming home and committing suicide in their closets. It is a very dangerous landscape we are living in.
I will forward you a link about. I don't know if you've come across this podcast that happens. It's the number one podcast in the world. It's called the Joe Rogan Experience. It's from your United
Oh,
States.
Joe Rogan, Joe,
Of
I'm
course.
a
So you
huge
know
fan,
Joe
sir.
Rogan, right?
Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So one of the episodes of Joe Rogan, I don't miss a single one of his. So one of the Joe Rogan experiences, he had got this very expert. I can't remember his name, and the whole topic was how social media has gotten depression into so much younger age
Yeah.
of children, and the most affected are the girls. How,
Yeah.
and I can see that in one of my niece again. They have been introduced to this whole Facebook, Instagram, and where they are become so sensitive about, oh, I got only 10 likes, I got
Yeah.
only 15 likes compared to my other friend,
Yeah.
and then to fit in
Yeah.
into that group, they go out of their way. They're becoming models or heroine looking too younger than
Yeah.
they're missing out their innocence days, you
Yeah.
know. And
The clothes,
one, they
their
don't get
clothes
it.
are becoming sexy and sexy. It is very
Yeah.
dangerous. The uh, technology, truth about technology ke bare mein, there is a full episode that I want to do based on whatever you are saying. Do you know they have a specified time, Tuesdays and Thursdays, that they post their selfies so that they get the maximum likes? There is a study that these teens do.
Oh,
If they don't get 400 likes, they'll take down the video, take down the selfie that they have taken. 200
oh my,
attempts they'll take to get a selfie. It is a
crazy,
it
crazy.
is anthropological. There is a lady. Oh my
Study
gosh,
done by somebody. Okay, okay.
yes, she's my one of my heroes. So she says the narcissistic quality, right? So what does social media do? It feels so empowering that we want to, hey, I have a voice. Hey, look, people are liking me. Hey, look, I have something to say, right? It is
The
so,
word I use is look at me.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So it
Look
is the
at
look
me.
at me generation, unfortunately.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, you won't even believe you're talking about 13-year-olds, 16-year-olds. I see aunties who are like, I'm like, क्या कर रहे हो? क्या क्या चल रहा है? मतलब, what is happening,
You're saying
right?
aunties, I'm seeing men doing it now.
मतलब aunties uncles, like what I am an auntie also, but I'm just saying. So there are a lot of things, and technology, all these people, whistleblowers in Silicon Valley, are talking about all these things. Silicon Valley, do you know Silicon Valley education revolution? There is another second topic I want to talk about. Vijayawada, my birthplace, where
You're
I
from
am.
Vizag, huh? Okay. Huh.
Vijayawada and Vizag, yeah, both of them are
Same, yeah. Yeah. I've played
yeah.
there many times. Yeah, it's a
Okay,
beautiful
that's
place.
awesome.
I've
Yeah,
come there many times from the 90s. Yeah, they have this thing called the beach road. Beautiful. Yeah. Mm.
it is amazing. Oh my gosh. So basically, see, sorry, I think we should just go look at the comments. I'm just
Yeah, yeah.
ignoring. No,
Sorry, people.
we talk about how education revolution is happening at a ground level, and all the I can see. Freeze, I'll tell you. Some of my children actually code on their phones. All they only have one phone for 8 people in the house. Poorest of the poor kids who want to learn coding or who want to learn game design and animation, they're so motivated. These bache, but and across the board, all these well-to-do families and everything who can afford the fees, they sign up, right? And you can see that stark difference. People who are going to be poor are going to be left behind in this education revolution. So we have to do something about it. I'll just take some comments and
Yeah.
I'll just go to Deepak Ji is here. 1 second. Deepak Ji, how are you? 2 minutes, sir. I'm just checking this. Okay. Ashish Mehraji, I understand your sentiments, sir. Let's see. Okay, I think I am skipping a few here, but I will try my best here. Yes, Jia Khan. We cannot forget Jia Khan and her mother. Oh, Swati Ji, how are you? Long time. Pithani. Varun Kapoor is not here. I think he is working and being a responsible citizen. So, Bahubali. Hi, Room. How are you, Sanskets? Okay, so let's
Yeah,
quickly
high
see.
soundscape, and I'm very curious and eager to see meet, of course, but even see soundscape
I
once.
know. Me too. Me too. I agree. Hello, Amit ji. How are you? Tarlatma, please. Z5 Gade film on. Oh my God! Is it releasing on Z5? Yuck. Z5 down down. Uh, what are you all discussing about? Okay, so I'm going to hold on 1 second. I'll just post this link. Chit chat show today. Yeah, it is kind of chit chat. Just I honestly did not want to have put an agenda today, but opening endless possibilities. Please tweet and tell people tomorrow's event as we'll all reach more people. Yes, we need to boycott Gadhe. Okay. Swati I'll keep talking as well, but please, you're also welcome and to talk about yourself, what you are thinking about, because the whole idea is to connect and collaborate and communicate. Please don't misunderstand me. Uh, okay, freeze, making a difference. Okay. Vijay Chitra movement. Okay. Somebody who is fighting for Vijay Chitra also is here. uh, 1 second, sir. Attractive with pediatric words. Exactly. What are we doing about it? If we are just like up in arms about like, oh my God, what is happening? What about the third wave? If it happens, are we ready? Very good question. Mm, Amit Ji has a very valid point. Yeah. So many people are drowning in college debt here. It is unbelievable. Even some of my friends who are 40 years old are still having college debt because they're all doctors and everything is just unbelievable. Boycott Gadhe. Krunal say, you're my best friend. Boycott Gadhe. Hashtag boycott Gadhe. Dhruvaji is here. What is worth standing up for oneself? Good evening, Rachana ji and all viewers. Welcome, sir. Okay. Justice for SSR. All causes in one. Meena ji, awesome. Okay, so let's put this out. And Deepak ji, welcome, sir. How are you?
Namaste, Rachana ji.
Namaste.
Namaste, Dhruv, and
Hello,
namaste.
Deepak sir.
How are you, everybody?
I'm good.
All
Like
right.
an apple pie too. What about you?
Same. We are sailing in the same boat, so I'm also like an apple pie. So what's the topic for today? I saw, I mean, I was listening to you while I was taking shower
The
that
topic.
about Bollywood.
I will go for my dinner, but I'm listening and I'll be back. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
no
thank you, sir.
problem.
Okay. So what are
So
your
what's the
top three? What are your top three causes? Like, what are you fighting for, Deepak ji? What do you want to see change in? Which area?
Well, I want to see change in all of areas, but especially if you ask in justice of SSR movement, if you ask me, then I'm fighting. If you take Bollywood, I heard you people talking about Gade and a lot of
Okay.
fussing. So,
Yeah.
yeah, Bollywood is something which has come, and that is what I am fighting
Yeah.
for. I'm against Bollywood, and I would love to say that I don't call. I mean, I'm boycotting Bollywood. I'm not boycotting Indian cinema.
Okay. Right. There is a
Why?
clear
Because
distinction.
yes. Because Bollywood has been created by these all 20, 30 years before, yeah.
Yeah.
Before that, it was Indian cinema.
Yeah.
And people have got dragged. Bollywood is for AK and SRK and SK and whatever you call, and Big B's and all family. Because they are floating on the top now and they rule
Yeah.
that. They dominate
Yeah.
it. Have you seen the shows that used to go? I mean, I never saw any Filmfare Award or anything. Why? Because it's the same kind of pattern, same people coming. So what you're showing is that you're the only super people all around. That is it. Yeah.
Nobody is
So
as talented
yeah,
as you.
and and the thing is, the thing is, Now, when pandemic has happened, the people they used to think they are demigod, not only demigod, they used to think that they are God, they are this. Where are they? Who's helping
Yeah.
today to common people? Common people made them superstar. Indeed, they had the effort. After effort, also, it is also people. You are public figure. You are people's face. So what are you doing?
Exactly.
How much have you given? 10%, 20%? That is nothing. The amount of money they have here, they can live for generations. And now I've thought, I tell only people one thing: stop watching their movies, stop watching their movies, because
Yeah.
stop their source of earning,
Yeah.
stop their source of
100%.
income. Basic thing is stop their pipeline. Let me tell you one thing: they've got a lot of water storage, no problem. Let them use their storage water. Don't let them get in something now new, fresh water. No. So stop. I mean, I hate Bollywood so much that I don't want to even watch on a pirated version as well. Means I can, like, torrent and get pirated
Yeah.
copies, but I don't want to watch. I've got so much hatred. I mean, uh,
Yeah.
I'm the person, I've seen Bollywood very closely because I've lived in Bombay, you know.
Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm partly born and brought up in like Bombay and Pune, in between these two cities. So,
So what
Pune
is
and
the
Bombay.
change? So you want okay? So Indian cinema, how does the common man um,
See, the
what are the
talent should be.
criteria? What is the criteria?
I think so. The talent should be appreciated like it was used to be years before. Coming from outside or inside doesn't matter. All you have is a talent, and the talent should be appreciated. But because of these big people becoming biased, and there's kids and nepotism. Nepotism is everywhere. I'm telling you, it's even in South movies. Film
Yeah.
industry. Yeah, you would see
Yeah. Yeah.
generations and
It is.
generation. They are kids and they are coming. And it's not that I don't watch South Indian movies. I watch South Indian movies. I love
Yeah.
them. You know,
Yeah.
you
So
name it, and I
Bollywood.
know. Yeah. So Bollywood is
Yeah.
something which has become very. See, there is drugs, there is sex, there is everything there. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
such a kind of a thing like politics. Yeah. Politics will have all that kind of ingredients. What is needed to be a politician? The same way, this film industry has got all those kind of industry, ingredients. And if you digest that ingredients, you become successful.
Yeah.
And those ingredients are, you know, um, I mean, backslashing people, putting them down, taking their projects, taking away things. So these are happening, which shouldn't happen. It should be an healthy competition.
Yeah.
But because this, when like I'm the best, I'm the best, and they don't let anybody else come to the best, where everything is got the see sun rises and it also sets. All I say, the star rises, it has got a time to set. Let allow others also to. And if you hear Sushant Singh Rajput, what he said is nepotism is there. It will never go. But if you stop that talent, something is
Yeah.
going to happen really bad. And trust me, I'm telling
Yeah.
you, his words, tears come into my eyes, when I listen to that thing. And sometimes I get goosebumps that what he said has now become true because it will affect Bollywood and it is going to
Yeah.
affect Bollywood,
I am.
definitely.
Yeah. 100%. Yes.
Because one
Ah.
of our SSRIan member told me that in
Yeah.
India, they are, I mean, the tickets used to be 800 or something, or 900 or 1200. Now they're selling it for 400 or 600 with giving you popcorn free and this. So they're giving all those lollipops for you for to
Yeah.
come and get attracted towards this kind of, movie. So they want to sell that. So no matter what, now they know, they're ripped. They're ripped. They don't want to get torn apart, so they're trying to
Yeah.
ruffle it by giving some goodies and this and that. But nevertheless, they are business-minded people. I'm telling you, they run this as a business, nothing else. There's no more passion left for them. They're earning money, and from that money, they are channelizing it, resourcing it in different ventures where they are making more money. You know?
Yeah. 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 Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. No,
you
and
you
it's
are an
they're trying to
actor.
keep it within. They're trying to keep
Just
it within
imagine,
themselves. Yeah.
just imagine, you are an actress. Okay, your husband
Yeah.
is a producer.
Yeah.
Your son becomes a
Yeah.
director. Yeah, your another son becomes an editor, and your PR is your one of the best friend that you have got. So everything is around you. So you are safe and secured. But just imagine a person who have nobody. He's just an actor.
Yeah.
So he has to look in for somebody who's going to be producer for him, or if he likes him, if he takes him to the venture. There are loads of things. I've seen them very closely. So I would say to have a change, yes, indeed, I would love to watch Indian movie, Indian cinema, but not Bollywood. Not those business making, showing something else, but in real life they are something else. I would like to set an example for people. If I'm doing something, I mean, people may judge me or whatever it is, but I would do something good cause for people, no
Yeah.
matter how my personal life is. So what I mean to say is, no matter how your personal life is, as a public figure, what are you doing for people?
Exactly, exactly.
That is my
If
only
we can do
question.
so much, if we can do so much, we can create so much momentum and everything. It's people who have millions and millions and millions of followers. What can they do, right? So
Like, what can, I mean, they just, come on, an endorsement when they come,
they
they're
don't have
ready
the
to,
intent.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No, endorsement comes, they will say, oh, this, that, because they're getting paid for it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But if you ask them to do a social cause, they will think and they will not even let you come close. Because it is a
Right.
charity, they don't want to do free cause. What they show is something else.
Yeah, yeah.
Look
No,
at the
I
Salman
agree with
Khan
you, sir.
story. Selling 5 cycles, I mean, charity only 5 cycles, and then you are showing that you have bloody done a charity of 500 or 5,000 cycles. Yeah. And under the name of being human, you are
Truth
doing a lot
is,
of other
truth
things.
is,
Yeah.
truth is stranger than fiction. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is.
So
It's all an
I
act.
don't believe in these things.
Yeah,
I've been very close to, like, I used to love Bollywood movie. Like, I literally used to go in the theaters, and trust me, I'm telling you, being in abroad, we
yeah,
pay at least 10 times the price what people pay there.
yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah. Exactly.
suppose if I want to watch a movie on a Cinemax, yeah, on a big
Yeah,
screen, really, I have to pay
yeah.
27 pounds.
Oh my God. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so that is almost like 2,700 rupees, you know.
No, definitely the market,
So
overseas market, also boycotting them and everything will also bring them down to the knees. That
of
is
course it
there.
will. It will. Just stop
Yeah,
their channel of earning money. That is it. Let them spend crores and crores and let them just get. They will earn money. I'm telling you. They
yeah,
will earn money, Rachana ji. But they will have that impact of earning money. Trust me, I'm telling you. But slowly,
yeah,
slowly, if you keep on hammering them, I'm telling you, they will fall down. They will collapse. The only thing is we have to be focused. And let me tell you one more thing, Rachana ji.
yeah,
Suppose if I tell you, see, you are watching daily soap, okay? You're used to
yeah.
watching a soap. You watch them nicely. You watch them every day. Now suddenly something happened, and you're not watching it. So that time of yours, see, I'll tell you one thing. There is a research done that a habit of a person, yeah, it becomes a habit, and it becomes very difficult to leave that kind of habit. And they have done it on dogs. They have given three different dogs. No, trust me, on the
Yeah, yeah,
dogs,
yeah.
three different time, the same dogs, yeah, same like breed. They were given three different times the meal. Yeah,
Three.
one dog was
Yeah,
given.
okay.
Yeah, one dog was given at 10 o'clock. One dog was given at 12 o'clock. One dog was given at 2 o'clock. And they start doing this pattern. And after 1 month or 2 months, they research that the dog who's eating at 10 o'clock is always hungry, and his saliva is coming out at 10 o'clock exactly, and he's looking around. He's anxious at 10 o'clock because
So
he wants the food.
we are all creatures of habit. We have become creatures of
Correct,
habit, and now we have to
correct. So
break that
what
habit and form new habits. Yeah,
exactly? So what I mean to
absolutely.
say is, I tell people, it's not that easy. Sometimes people say, "Oh, you have not loved Bollywood. Why don't?" I said, "No. Try to understand. You must have become strong in your mind, and you left it because you have heard. But if somebody has to come out of that, he has to have something else replaced to keep his mind occupied at that particular point of time. Simple as that. So it is very
Sachinji,
important for
yeah,
us.
what is your Sachinji? What is your problem, sir? Am I rolling my tongue or Deepak ji is rolling his tongue? We have accents. Kya karenge? We, I'm sorry, but you have to. Please, let's not get off from the basic topic here.
Huh?
Yeah, Deepak ji, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. Why is there any comments coming?
नहीं see don't roll your tongue. I don't know, maybe it's
Yeah.
usually comments में usually it's about my accent always. I'm like मैं क्या करूँ?
No, but you can't
Okay,
help
so
it. But what you are trying to say, see, this is where the
yeah,
people, why people want an accent, why people have to correct the message that you're trying to convey. If they can get that message, that is the point. So the
I
bottom
know
line
it's
is your conveyed message, is it reaching to them? That is it. So accent
yeah,
में
yeah,
आप मद्रास में बोलो या कौन सा भी भाषा में बोलो या बंगाली में बोलो, you know.
Sachin
So
ji, he has been living in the UK for 100 years now, sir. So what can he do? He got the accent. अभी क्या करेंगे दीपक जी का? I appreciate your love for me, but I want you to share that with Deepak ji also, please. Please, we cannot.
for
Yeah,
me, I would say, you know what I say, if you can just put that into your ears and value that what I say, because you're investing your time,
yeah,
isn't it?
exactly.
That's more important. I value your time and I value my time, and I know what I'm talking is sense. And even 1% takes out of whatever the viewers are, I'll be
Yeah,
blessed because somebody is at least putting an ears to my what
yeah.
I say. And
And
how
that is
do
how
I
we
say?
generate momentum. Yeah, that is how we generate momentum.
Correct. Correct.
No,
And also, I would like to have reformations in terms of for common people, and
yeah,
also, you know, I would say reformation and like education, what Dhruv was saying all about
yeah, yeah, yeah,
education
yeah,
system. And when we say, we are Hindus, Hindu never makes any difference with any other religion. He believes in his own religion and he practices that because Hindu religion is to appreciate and to respect others. That's why we say namaste. We bow down to people not on their face value, to their inner soul. That's why we say namaste.
No, generally humanity also operates like that, but yeah, specifically we cannot, yeah, just address only specific this thing. But
Yeah.
no,
No, what I mean to say,
yeah,
we don't classify. See, there's always good and bad in all the shastras, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
But it's the only our shastra they say, the good and the bad is in you, within you.
yeah. So let's do this.
If
I'll
I
just
take a
wrap it up.
knife,
Yeah,
cut a fruit,
yeah,
that is good thing that I did. But if I take a knife and stab, I become an evil man. So it's my perception, how I take it and how I use it. So anything that comes as a tool, take it in a positive way, use it in a positive way, and you'll see always positivity coming out. You
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
So
No, that is how we generate positive momentum also, sir. I
exactly.
agree.
If
Yeah,
you secure your present, your future is automatically secured. So you
yeah,
have to make sure that you be mindful in the present. Your future is always being going to be mindful.
yeah, yeah,
But if you're going to do anything foolishness now, you're going to regret. You're going to
yeah,
say, whatever I thought that time, I did mistake. And trust me, I'm telling you, you also must have had some moments where you must have echo back, your past, and you think, oh, I should have done this way. You know,
yeah,
see, it happens. But the thing is to realize and to make sure that we don't repeat those kind of mistakes. We are human body. We tend to make mistakes. We don't know what the future is going to be. Sometimes we make a judgment call and we can trust somebody else. Sometimes our gut feeling says something to do and we do it. So yeah, uh, I would
Thank you.
say reformation.
Yeah,
Politics should people when we say politics, politics should not be a powerful tool for the people who are doing the election. In fact, it should be what you say a social tool for common people.
yeah, I agree 100%. And it should be serving us, not the other way around. We should not be
Exactly.
serving the interests of the
Exactly.
politicians,
Exactly.
and we are not here to take care of them all
Yes.
their
Yeah.
generation, like now and their generations forward. It's not
Yeah.
why they are
I
in
mean,
power. It is,
I agree. I agree.
yeah,
If you're into certain business and your child has been seeing that in and out, in and out, in and out, so he's learning from his childhood your business. So it is agreed, it is understood that you can pass on your business to your generation. Even in politics, it can happen. It can happen in medicine industry, or a person from law firm, or anybody in specific field. They can, if you see a doctor, their kids are also doctor or somebody scientist, of course, because they have been doing that. They are looking it, they're studying it, practically, not
yeah.
theoretically.
I
But
will
then
just,
what happened?
uh,
Yeah, please.
no, no, I understand, sir, and I agree with you. So there has to be a policy change, and like there has to be an overall like
Correct, because every
But
time you can't be biased, you have to also see the performer, a performance
yeah, yeah,
base.
yeah,
So when
yeah,
you say
exactly, exactly.
the output, performer output is the performance base output, so base of performance, uh, if I don't get my much opportunity, yeah, and the person who's not even into a capability of having a performance and he gets the opportunity, so
Yeah,
that is being biased, and that is cold nepotism,
exactly. That is
and
just
some,
favoritism. That is just
yeah,
favoritism, and yeah.
yeah, being biased and favorism, and yeah, nepotism, you can call whatever you want to, but it does affect a common person, because we may not have a strength. Like, what was Shah Rukh Khan before? He was just a small TV star. He
So
used to work
Sachin
with
ji, Sachin ji, I'll just sir, I'm just going to conclude in my comments. Sir, just be patient, please, Sachin ji. I think we're just concluding here, Sachin ji. Oh, he is
I think
just.
so. He needs attention. So why
Nahin,
don't
nahin.
you come on here?
I
Tell him
know,
to come
sir.
here.
You're
We can
welcome
talk.
to join and just have a
Yeah,
conversation here. Yeah,
come over,
everybody is
join. We can
having
talk.
you.
Hmm.
You want me to? Okay, so I appreciate Swati ji everybody's sentiment that I have to talk, but यार अभी forum है तो I just didn't want it to be a unilateral. मतलब आओ बस just do a conversation and get out, right? Like we just having a conversation here. Uh, no, sir. So I agree with you, and the system has to overarchingly change where the person who deserves truly should get the opportunity, and not just because he belongs to a particular, family or like a lineage or
Hmm.
something, and just even though he is the most undeserving pappu in the world, he gets
Correct.
to sit
Yeah.
wherever he's sitting.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so I'll just if nobody is joining, I'll just conclude. But thank you, Deepak ji, as always bring great insights and
No, thank you, thank you. In fact,
thank.
thank you, yours, because you allow me come there, talk. We do
No,
nice
no,
talk.
please.
No matter what people have their personal perception,
It's
I'm always with them as well. So because sometimes maybe they like your voice or they would like to hear your voice.
no, no, ऐसा
So
कुछ नहीं है. Thank you, thank you. No, don't
no,
worry.
and you're the
Yeah.
host of the show, so maybe they want the host to be, more
यार
outspoken.
don't
So
नहीं नहीं please don't ऐसे ही some people are just like impatient मतलब क्या है we are having a
yeah,
conversation
yeah,
here.
I know,
Yeah,
but I think so.
yeah.
The time will allow them to know. Okay, chalo, theek hai, ye bhi hota hai. So okay, we will take, we accept whatever you say, sir. है ना?
uh,
Because they are watching our show, that means they are our viewers. So you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
so I
Thank you.
appreciate that. Yeah, give a value to them as well. So
Absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely,
thank you for
100%.
opportunities. So yeah, and this change will happen if we take these things into effect. This
Yeah,
changes will happen if we take these things into effect. If we make an impact
change will have to
on,
start from us.
yeah,
Absolutely.
within ourselves, we should not appreciate or promote those kind of things
Yeah,
like Gade is coming, so let's not take, and some common, go and watch some newcomers movie, look at
exactly.
the directors, look at the production line, who is there. Don't go for Karan Johar movie or somebody who's already rich and he's got money. Don't generate money for him. Go and
Yeah,
see art movie or movie from South, or Punjabi movie, or East movie, Marathi movie. There are a lot of
exactly. Watch
Marathi movies.
captions. My kids watch
Exactly.
Korean movies with captions and everything, and I'm like, wow, this is so awesome.
No, there,
So
there, there
they're
are a lot of
very,
meaningful movies. So
yeah,
I'm utilizing that time. I've just taken out Bollywood out of my life because I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
want them, because what they are doing in my society, in my country, they're not doing good. Because the
yeah,
COVID times, everybody is full on away, yeah,
yeah.
abroad. Huh? So you you've got so much money that you can afford to go out. It's okay, fair enough. But what are you doing as a
Yeah.
common? Then you want people to follow you and to be your fan and to be a star? No, no, no. Sorry, we don't
That's
do
the
that.
only agenda.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
only agenda.
yeah. Correct.
Yeah.
So I
Thank
don't
you, Deepak
appreciate
ji.
that. No problem.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you. I'll take your leave.
Thank you.
You have a
Thank you,
lovely
sir.
day. Bye bye.
You too. You too. Thank you. I'll see if okay. Let's see. Okay, Soundscapes birthday is there, and then Gaurav. Why do you not want to join? I didn't understand. Did I hurt your feelings? I have no idea. I am sorry if I did. Soundscape, is it your 16th birthday yet? Okay. And hero song, I love this hero song. Yeah, one of my 5.5-year-old student introduced this to me. Hero inside me, and her mother is going through a divorce and everything. It's just her mother teaches her this song because she wants her to be brave. It is an amazing song. I highly recommend this. Thank you, Freeze, for that thing. Okay, so let's get back to this. Anybody wants to join? Last chance. Let's go. I think Sachinji has left because he is here. Okay. Oh, madam, here is Disha Salian's boy. Sir, you have no idea. If I had the answer to this question, you know how many questions I have to ask him? So trust me, I don't know. Okay, so those of you who like my accent, thank you for staying here. But okay, so jokes apart, let's get back to the whole thing here. Okay, so here, how do we stay in our role as an activist? Okay, there are a lot of things that we have to do in order to create the ground on which we can stand on. Okay, so first thing is we have to live our life in a non-conflict zone. What does that mean? It means that we have to live our personal truth. Are we aligned to our values, our goals? Do we have a great vision for ourselves? Okay. In spite of everything, again, obstacles will always be there. Congratulations, you're alive. That's what it means, right? So activism is also like, the beauty about activism is you can only do as much as you can at any given point of time. That is the beauty. You are allowed to live your life. You're allowed to do everything that you are supposed to do for the loved ones who are relying on you. Because there is a Telugu quote which is very famous. I don't know if there is an Hindi equivalent to that. Any one of you can let me know. But illu gelichi racha gelavali. Ante it means, sorry, I was still going to talk in Telugu. Illu gelichi racha gelavali means first you have to conquer your home. First you have to take care of your home. Only then you can get on the world stage. Basically what it is, we know a lot of activists who have done a poor job of taking care of their own family, but they have fought for social causes, great social change, and thanks to them, we are here. Okay, but you have to take care of your personal priorities and your own truth, because only then activism is sustainable. Activism is sustainable because otherwise you will be living in this guilt that I'm not doing enough. I'm not people need me, but I'm like not doing enough for them and all that. Second thing is financial stability. So first take care of yourself, financial stability, take care of your retirement plan, take care of yourself, your immediate needs right now. If they're not met right now, you get desperate. Again, when you get desperate, you'll not be able to focus on your activism. Okay, so those are the two things, important things. And then try to understand how your brain works. How does our brain work? 70,000 years of evolution for vocabulary, and from us to get from non-verbal to verbal, and writing scripts and everything, right? All these things have happened. 300,000 years of Homo sapien evolution. We are here, right, as human beings. So you have to understand that our brain it is not programmed for 10-year digital revolution. It is not programmed. So make sure that you are slowly tapering the knowledge that you are putting into the system, because it's going to get overwhelmed. And again, that is not going to lead you to sustain your activism, your goals that you want to fight for and everything. So here are the top three things that you can do. Take a life audit. Take a life audit, please. Where do you want to be? Where do you want to be? And second thing is, recalibrate your social goal. Do you have 1 or 2 or 3 goals? And whatever it is, just recalibrate. Where is it? And how can you support it on a daily basis consistently? Third thing is, never be afraid of getting out of your comfort zone. Okay, because great changes happen only in the discomfort of massive change. Massive change happens only in discomfort. When you're comfortable, when you're sitting on your couch and watching TV or something, change doesn't happen. It is going to be status quo. Okay, so I don't know how many of you had a chance to watch RDX. He is one of the gentlemen that Warren had interviewed over the. He is a military man, and he was interviewed by Warren over the weekend. One of the greatest things that every single point that he speaks is just gold, pure gold. I strongly recommend anybody who has a little bit of love for their country has to watch it, irrespective of which country they belong to. Actually, it's just an amazing universal message that he has. You know that discretionary power that we have. You have to use it, because what happens in activism is, array, everybody is fighting for this cause. Maybe it is a good cause. Let me pick it up. That's what happens. So you have to be very, very careful what causes you pick. Okay. One of the things I would like to request you is, as you are aligning yourself to your personal values and everything, what is your commitment to personal excellence? How can you be your best version? What are you doing? So that is what I want you to think of. Today, what have I done to be the best version of myself? So that is what I want you to reflect on as you pursue this activism path. Because activism, the reason why activism is just so enticing, right? Whether it is, again, there are so many different kinds of activism. So we were talking about in the low stakes activism, keyboard warriors. So what do keyboard warriors do? They have this pent up anger, or they have this they have this message, and they have this persuasion that, hey, I want to persuade people to not watch Bollywood. What can I do? So I'll tweet a few things. I'll tweet facts. I will tweet with logic, so that I can bend people's mind. I can make them think differently. Oh, Bollywood is not the only entertainment. I can make them do something else, like how I am doing it. So like that. Okay. So, but the pitfall with keyboard activism is you're not going to be as committed. So you have to make sure that it is truly your cause. So that's one thing. And then 1 second, we can just do comments and then we'll get back to the final, just quick thought here. Okay, so Deepak J, okay, book of the week. Sir, book of the week. I am actually reading The Path to. 1 second. I am actually reading this pretty good book, actually, The Path of Emancipation by, I don't know how he has the path. Okay, so I'm going to put this, Dhruvji. I'm requesting you, anyone who is interested in spiritual growth, this is a little thick for those of you who are entering the realm of spirituality, but this is what I'm reading from the past 2 weeks. I'm almost done, and I will highly recommend this book, but it is a little thick for those of you who have not had a chance to give spirituality that much of a that much of a time. So this is a must-read book. It is especially, it talks about the body, mind, and intellect, and how at every juncture we can, like, what is self-actualization? What is, like, how can we elevate ourselves to the highest potential, right? Like, so that is one of the things, and he addresses it in a very, very kind, compassionate, extremely 1 second, Vinitaji, I'm just muting you. And he puts amazing points, and he is a great orator if you haven't had a chance to listen to him. Vinitaji, in a few comments, and I'll take you. So, why people watch Bollywood films for doing charity? Why can we spend, say, on our neighbor? Sir, there's so many things, especially personal finances and all. Oh, and personal finances and all these are just, even my very good friends or family or anybody, I really cannot recommend or comment on how they are spending their finances. The discretion has to come from themselves. So what can we do? We can only create that awareness and education, but it's up to them at the end of the day how they want to spend their hard-earned money. their hard-earned money, how are they spending it? It's up to them. So, let me mute you 1 second. Okay. Okay. Hate and okay. Yeah, charities transferred for me. Got it. खुद को ही बुलंद इतना कि हर तकबीर से पहले खुदा बंदे से पूछे बता तेरी रजा क्या है. Oh wow, okay. So I think I get the sentiment. I'm not sure Vinita ji can explain if she understands this. Yes, you can really say it was the Adyaksha, the man loves speaking and explaining every topic with examples. Yeah, exactly. His oratory skills or his just his thought process, the way he connects everything together and puts it out, it's just amazing. Anti-fragile is good. Yeah, I agree. And Elliott wave trader. Okay, so वक्त की कदर करने वालों की. Okay, so I will read it later. Okay, so Vinita ji, yes ma'am.
Hi Rachana.
Hi Vinita, how are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you? Mother's Day came and went, and we didn't even talk to each other.
I know. Sorry, I was a little out of pocket. I was not feeling well. Anyway. But happy Mother's Day. How did you have a good time? Did you get a chance to see your son?
Oh yes. No, I didn't get a chance to meet my son. He'll be visiting us pretty soon, so I will see him soon. But
when you visit him, when he visits you, that's Mother's Day then. Okay.
Well, yeah, technically yes. In the coming weeks, he'll be here, so that'll be my Mother's Day.
Okay.
Okay. So Freeze was saying a lot of things which I understand. He was talking about a whole lot of stuff. And we really need to do a session on that. And I like what Deepak also said, some of the nicer things, finer things actually. We have to understand this whole scenario that's taking place right now in India. And it's not just the education. Let me tell you, like you were telling about the 15-year-old son of yours or the 16-year-old son of yours. He doesn't want to show you what he's doing and he wants to do it on the quiet and blah, blah, blah and all that stuff, which I can understand because the kids over here get so smart at the age of 13. It's privacy laws, according to them. You can't interfere in our privacy, which is what this whole mental makeup is of the kids in this country. You cannot talk to them after they are 13 because they feel they're adults already. Correct? So my thoughts are that if you talk to your kid on one-to-one basis, like you don't talk to him like a mother or you don't talk to him like a father, you talk to him like a friend, as if he's talking to his buddies, Sam and Sharon and whatever, all his friends. I'm sure he'll come around and he can confide in you and you could make the best of both in the sense that I never knew that my son performs Ganpati Puja because I perform Ganpati Puja for forever, from the time I've been growing up in India and then I moved to the US. He's performing Ganpati Puja. He does Lakshmi Puja. Why? Because he saw his mother doing it and he feels that, oh, why not me also try and do it? And he has friends who are not even Indians. I mean, not Hindus. I mean, what I mean to say, Indian means of Indian born
heritage.
He's got friends who are Korean. He's got friends who are white. So he tells them, hey, you know what? This is our Lord Ganesha. This is Goddess Lakshmi. So this is what we have to do once a year, which is such a good thought. I never put any pressure on him. To learn all this, but he does it on his own. And secondly, is that because we were so upfront with him, like my parents were very upfront with us, and they told us everything up front, and I didn't even hesitate to tell my father, hey dad, can you go and get sanitary napkins for me? And he would say, oh hell, but I thought, you know what, he's my father, I can dictate terms to my own father, I can't tell a stranger to go do that for me. So the openness between me and my father was so much, it was sometimes extreme. I could, I could talk to him all the crap and he would take it patiently without, saying that, hey, shut up, I'm your father. You can't talk to me like that. So that's the thing. And of course, I didn't really, because of the rules and regulations in this country, I didn't go overboard with my son. But I think he's done, knock on wood, well for himself. He is absolutely down to earth as a kid who was born here, brought up here, and who learned and went to school and college here. He's got certain responsibilities as an Indian, which he feels he's obligated to. He needs to, go through that process without throwing a fit or a tantrum. So I think it's very important for kids to be brought up in even though it's a foreign environment for me, though I've lived here for so long, I am a foreigner. You know what I mean? I was not born and brought up here. My son was born and brought up here, and still he feels that no, he has to do some of the little things in life which are good for him. So that's what my take was. And we are fighting for the truth, which means I tell him that this is what the truth is. And there are certain things when people write about the president of the United States or the ex-president of the United States, and I always crisscross him and I ask him, hey, you know what? What is all this crap all the time? People talking about. He says, you know what? Let me tell you one thing. We Indians have lost it in terms of what the politics of the world is. He says there are certain things, like he would tell me that, hey, you know what, Mom? I can't talk anything about Biden because I'm not a big fan of his, which is fine. But at the same time, what he's doing for people is very much what is needed. A change is needed, of course. And then justice for all, like he says, big time, Black Lives Matter and all that stuff. And we need equality. That is why he bends closer towards Bernie Sanders, because he says that that guy wants to give equality to whether you are a white or a black or a Mexican or whatever, or Native American. He needs to give everybody an equality and fair share, because we are world's richest country, according to, what people said earlier. I don't know how far we are world's wealthy country now, but we were, rather, I should say. So these are the few things he wants to also stress on. That's why he is politically inclined from the grassroots level. And if he
so a lot of people actually get into politics because they have a lot of causes that they are very close to, and they want to see positive change. And I really appreciate your son actually at such a young age getting into all this civic activism on another level, especially when you are in the office in authority, can absolutely make a difference, right? So that is really awesome. And just like how he has so many causes, everybody can have. That is awesome, and that comes, with a great, great authority comes great responsibility. So I hope, he can do.
Well, he's trying to be responsible. Like he does his own thing about his music, which he loves. He makes his own electro music, which is good. He works in the council's office in Southern California, which he's good at. And then, of course, he has his own 9-to-5 job, which again, he's good at, because he's really
okay, Abhi, resume.
Okay.
No, I appreciate that. No, but what are your causes? No, I got your point about it.
My causes are exactly what you mentioned. Fighting for the truth and justice for everybody. And equality. Also, I'd like to point out here that when people say, oh, people are being Modi Bhakt and Modi this and Modi that, I have nothing to say, because technically, literally, I'm bound by the fact that I live in the United States and I have a US passport. I cannot praise Modi. I cannot criticize Modi. I can't praise him. I can't criticize, because everybody will come back with a knife behind me. Okay, here again, because I live in the United States, I can not go on a tangent and praise Biden. At the same time, I can criticize, because you're allowed to criticize your president in this country. So I take my chances and criticize him whenever I get an opportunity.
Now, So, okay, so you are finding action and you're finding, empowerment in your actions, and that's awesome. And I'm glad that we are aligned on both three of our causes. So thank you, Vinita ji, for coming and sharing your ideas.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Rachana. Good to see you.
Thank you, you too. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye. So I'll just conclude, guys, in 2 minutes. Okay. Okay, I've written down your recommendation. Thank you for that. Sounds great. And also structure of scientific revolutions. Okay, I have to check if I have that in my notes. Thank you so much. And Gurpreet ji, what's happening? You want to come and recite a poem? Ramanji used to do that. I think he's going through a lot of things in Delhi right now. So you can be our poet. So okay, so let's do this. Okay, so let's do this. I'm just going to conclude, guys, in a couple of minutes here. Let's get back to here. Okay, so first things again, how do we get into all this activism and everything? Yes, we have a voice, and we are going to be using our discretionary power to decide for ourselves which cause to pick. Yes, first thing is self-awareness. If you can just the point about how we are not programmed to receive information in the speed of our cell phones is because our brains are not wired for that kind of speed, right? So little by little, once in a while, engage in cutting back on information overload and just try to get into that default mode network of the brain, where the brain is so still that it can just do some reflection on where you are, what your life audit is, what your personal and professional goals are, and how activism fits into all this. Okay, so low self-awareness first, then practice active listening, because a lot of the times what happens is people are only listening to reply. We are only listening to reply. But if you can just let the other person finish, let's express his or her feelings, and then if you can talk, you can engage and actually come on board to participate in the same activism or the same cause or anything. Okay, then try to engage and mobilize other people with low stakes. Like, don't say oh, the sword is mightier than the pen, so let's just go and be violent or be the vigilante justice or anything like that, right? So let's try to be mindful about that and mobilize others with low stakes, like, hey, Twitter join karo ya, kuch retweet kar do, kuch ye kar do, like because that kind of activism can also help. If you listen to RDX also, he was saying that lot of us, when we are retweeting and we are trying to tag people and all that, you get noticed, you get noticed for the right reasons. So that's one of the things that we can do. So the final point is, if we are not able to get out of this life alive, why do things that are not going to help our society, right? We might as well leave a positive footprint in our wake. So that's with that, I want to conclude, and thank you for all of you 27 people who are watching. I really appreciate. You can be anywhere, but you are here with me. Thank you. And I will see you next week. I would probably bring technology or an education revolution as one of the topics. And thank you for all your suggestions. And Amit Shuklaji is here. Okay, thank you everybody for reading each other's poems. I think Elliot Wave and Gurpreet are sharing some quotes or something. Har Har Mahadev. Okay, Om Namah Shivaya. That's what I can read at the end. Okay, thank you guys, everybody. Until next time, stay awesome, stay happy, and try to create one positive change in somebody's life. Until we meet next time, goodbye.